Hi Capricorn, this is your September 29th through October 5th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entry in your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already in a relationship or married. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, in spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth spread will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week, Capricorn. We have the Fool clarified by the Page of Cups, the Ace of Wands, then we have the Six of Wands clarified by the Sun. In the potential outcome, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, and we also have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have a bit of water on the table, a bit of water. I love this, Capricorn. I love this. It's one, I can tell you a couple of things. You know, I remembered this saying when I saw this reading. You will never know if you don't ask. All right? And I think that's what this person is about to do. By the way, it could be the other way around. You can ask somebody out. You could be asking somebody out here. Right? That's what I really liked about it. Another thing I really liked about it is that you two will have a blast together. You know, it'll be so much fun. You will have, you'll be doing so many different fun things together, and then it will transition into something very serious, very stable, very long term. Right? I see that transition. And maybe the High Priestess is that transition point. Anyway, you do have every single fire sign on the table. Every single fire sign, right? The Fool could be an Aries. The Sun could be a Leo. The Wheel of Fortune could be interpreted as many, many different zodiac signs, and the Sagittarius is one of them. So technically, you have all fire signs on the table. All right? But, you know, if we forget for a second about particular zodiac signs, then the Fool clarified by the Page of Cups, yes, somebody is going to just roll the dice and ask you out on a date. See what you say. All right? That's how it feels. The Fool is a card of taking a leap of faith, taking a risk, trying new things. The Page of Cups, in this case, clarifying it is, you know, asking you out on a date, or if the two of you meet somewhere out, they'll just approach you and start a conversation with you. Okay? And I think it will resonate with you. Perhaps this is somebody you already know, because immediately right after that we have the Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Sun. This is definitely a yes. This is definitely a, hey, let's go do different things. Hey, let's go places. Let's have fun. Let's do this. Let's do that. Very dynamic cards put together, right? The Ace of Wands is also a fire sign indicator. Perhaps you're dealing with a fire sign after all, right? But, you know, the Ace of Wands is a very enthusiastic, very youthful, very passionate ace, all right? So a lot of fun, a lot of good times together, a lot of cozy times together. The Six of Wands clarified by the Sun, so the fun continues, I guess. Because the Six of Wands is a card of a lot of attention, it's a card of victory, success, it's a card of feeling good about yourself, feeling good about what's going on, just being in a great mood, right? And speaking of great mood, the Sun clarifying it is the happiest card in the deck, right? Could be a Leo you're dealing with, but it's the happiest card in the deck. And to me, the Fool and the Sun cards, they're kind of similar, to be honest with you. They're similar, right? Because in the upper right corner of the Fool card, we have the Sun, and then we have the actual Sun in the Sun card, and the gesture of the person in the Fool card, and then the gesture of the child riding the horse in the Sun card. To me, this gesture looks very similar. To me, this is a gesture of a very happy person. So again, you guys will have so many good times together. Like enjoying each other's company. Like you'll be inseparable with this person. However, in the potential outcome, this is when things get serious, right? The Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. This is when things will get really grounded, down to earth. This is where the two of you will be planning your future together, right? We do have another ace in there, the Ace of Pentacles. This one is all about long term. The Ace of Pentacles often comes through as a marriage proposal card. The Ten of Pentacles is like a very grounded, earthy energy. It is a card of financial abundance. It's a card of real estate. And it is a card of rock solid commitment or marriage. And the Wheel of Fortune in there, maybe a Sagittarius you're dealing with, but the Wheel of Fortune, you know, things are changing. And it feels like that transition, this is where that transition is going to start happening to those three cards. It's like your connection will mature. I'm not saying it's going to become like boring or stale, no, but you know, when you buy government bonds, they mature over time. I don't know if it's a correct analogy, but that's what I thought of, right? So a lot of fun in the beginning, and then it will just transition into something more concrete, serious, more long-term oriented. All right? Really happy for you, Capricorn. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Capricorn, the spread is for you. We have the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Chariot, and the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. The only actual zodiac sign we have on the table is Cancer. Maybe you're dealing with a Cancer. But the question of the day, or of the week, rather, will be to be or not to be. And the answer is most likely to be. Okay, if it has, especially if it has something to do with travel, transportation, you know, those are the two main things I see, because you do have the Eight of Wands and the Chariot in the same reading, and those two cards are the two fastest cards in the deck. The Eight of Wands is the fastest minor arcana card. The Chariot is the fastest major arcana card. You know, another really fast card would have been the Knight of Swords, but you know, you got two. I think that's plenty to give you an idea or understanding what's about to happen, right? So it has something to do with travel, maybe relocating, cars, or transportation in general, right? And you have to make some kind of a choice, some kind of a decision with the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, okay? For some of you, maybe you're juggling two different vehicles, two different types of transportation. But then we also start with the Eight of Swords, right? This is a card of being stuck. It's a card of overthinking things. It's a card of not able to make some kind of a decision, right? Some kind of a choice. But I think at some point you will figure it out, right? And again, it has something to do with a trip. Not necessarily this week. Maybe you're planning a vacation at some point in the future, but you're like looking at vacation destinations, looking at different sites, packages, and things like that. You could be looking at cars. If you want to buy a new car, maybe you're looking at cars. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Capricorn, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Moon clarified by the Hangman. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and we also have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. This is an interesting reading. Really interesting reading. First of all, you got Pisces here twice. Then we have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Then we also have Gemini. You actually have Virgo here twice as well. Maybe you're dealing with two different people, two people from your past, Capricorn. Right? But yeah, Pisces and Virgo twice. Right? So the Moon is clarified by the Hangman in the beginning, as you can see. Because the Moon can be interpreted so many different ways, and I just wanted to clarify that. And the clarifier is the Hangman, again, as you can see. And both of those two major arcana cards are Pisces major arcana cards. So perhaps you're dealing with a Pisces, after all. Right? But the Knight of Pentacles and the Magician could be a Virgo. Right? The Knight of Pentacles could be any earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Magician is actually shared between Virgo and Gemini. But, you know, Virgo is here twice regardless. And the Page of Wands, communication. Okay? So it kind of feels like maybe this person just recently leveled up. Maybe their financial situation improved. And maybe they feel confident about coming back to you and showing you receipts that they're doing much better now. Maybe in the past they were all over the place or something like that. But it's like this person is ready for something serious, and they have proof, right, with that Knight of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands, this is them just checking in with you to see what you've been up to see if you would even answer that text or something like that. Okay, it's going to be up to you what you want to do about this. But it kind of feels like this person prepared for this. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Capricorn, real quick. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Well, you know, if cards like this were to come out during the first spread, the new love spread, I would have assumed that you know, it is a love reading, but this is somebody you work with or do business with, you know, because these cards definitely qualify as a love reading at work. All right, But anyway, so since it is a work, business, and finances reading, so somebody's like being super sweet, super nice to you, right? Maybe somebody wants to hire you, or maybe somebody wants to give you like a bonus for all the hard work you've done, or maybe somebody really wants to do business with you and they're just being super sweet, super nice to you, right? Something among those lines, right? Because we got the Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, sweet, nice cards. The Page of Cups is most likely an invitation to meet, a job interview or business meeting, or an invitation to go to a golf course, invitation to go to have dinner together or lunch together or something like that, right? And as a result of that, we have the Two of Cups. It is some kind of an agreement. I often refer to the Two of Cups as a handshake card when it comes to work, business, and finances. So it is some kind of an agreement, partnership, alliance, business deal, or just two people literally shaking hands and things like that. But the Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles both can definitely be interpreted as work, business, and finances cards. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Capricorn. We have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Five of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have plenty of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So what you're not expecting is this Queen of Wands showing back up. This is somebody you already know. You've dealt with this person in the past. Because as I was clarifying the Queen of Wands, I simply asked how does this person feel about this? And the Five of Cups showed up. This card is usually associated with the past, right? It is a card of grief, regret, disappointment, missed opportunities and things like that. So you'll be hearing from this person, can this be about love? Yes, it can be. Perhaps I'm connecting with a male or masculine Capricorn, and maybe this Queen of Wands, it will dawn on them that they made a huge mistake when they left you, or something like that, or, whatever, and they're coming back with a very serious, long-term commitment to offer, right? But, it doesn't have to be about love, because we do have plenty of Pentacles, right? Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. So maybe this person owes you money, or maybe they didn't make a business deal with you in the past, and now they're coming back and they will offer you to do that business deal again. It could be them offering you a job, or offering your old job back, or something among those lines. All right, or maybe they want to buy something off of you because they didn't buy it before. It could also be associated with education, by the way, right? The Hierophant on the bottom of the deck is a Taurus major arcana card. You could be dealing with a Taurus, but it is a card of education. It is a card of tradition. It is a card of family, marriage. It's a card of something formal and official. Okay, but the moral of the story is that this Queen of Wands is coming back, and they're regretting something that they did or didn't do in the past, and they will probably want to do it again. All right, Capricorn, so that's what I have for you for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe, and other than that, Capricorn, have an amazing week.